All right, so this isn't my normal type of video, and it's not the type of video I really like to make, but I think it's important to bring this issue to the gravel community. After 5 years of real momentum, genuinely world-class racing, and a whole great atmosphere and community, the UK Gravel Championships, as we know it, are no more. And depending on how you look at it, British cycling might be about to kill the whole thing. In 5 years, the championship went from less than 300 people to 1,000 people last year, including yours truly. And the elite titles went from legends like Alistair Brownlee to Connor Swift. And the whole momentum grew. The whole event grew. It grew to separate categories. Women had their own race. There was a time trial last year, a family ride, a charity ride. It grew to a whole weekend of gravel, and a great community has sprung up around it. It was professional, genuine, and it set the standard for gravel racing in the UK and for how the whole culture could come together. So last year, British Cycling and Red On Sports started talking about the future of the championship. It was a proven successful championship. Gravel wasn't new anymore. It was becoming a worldwide racing phenomenon. And British Cycling, clearly they wanted in on this now. They didn't want to know 5 years ago, but now, after Red On Sports have done all the work, made it successful, they wanted in. But this is where the problem started. Because BC wanted to start from scratch. They wanted to put in a framework that was shaped in a way that ignored what the previous 5 years had done. It ignored the setup of the different categories and the separate racing for females. They wanted to just plough ahead with their way. And that just didn't reflect reality. Honestly, you can't pretend 5 years hasn't happened, that there hasn't been growth and Red On Sports hadn't done a successful job. So Red On Sports asked for some really basic, really important guarantees. Stuff that any serious national championship should have. Fair and safe racing across all categories. Proper age group structures. Long-term commitment to media, visibility, live streaming. Sustainable growth built on professional standards. British Cycling weren't interested. The commercial model they presented wasn't viable. It pushed all the risk onto Red On Sports. No financial investment from British Cycling, no support, and no guarantees going forward. From Red On Sports' perspective, BC wanted control, but without the commitment to the things that made the championship the high standard it was. And that's what really stung for Red On Sports. So Red On Sports has walked away. They've released a statement which I've taken most of the information in this video from. I'll put a link to it in the description below so you can read their full statement. They couldn't make any headway with British Cycling. So much so, they've declined to tender in British Cycling's process to hold any future national champion events. And that's what's so sad. Red On Sports did all the work to make the UK Gravel National Championship. Without them, there wouldn't have been a championship. Remember, 5 years ago, British Cycling didn't want to know. Red On Sports host the Gralock, the biggest, best gravel event in the UK by far. They brought that same professionalism and enthusiasm to the British National Gravel Championship. Now we're left without them. And here's the honest truth. This is just me speaking as a gravel racer, a fan of gravel. BC could do great things for gravel. They've done it with other sports, BMX, MTB. but they've also missed the mark with some. Look at our current road racing scene. It's dwindling fast. And that's the worry. Will BC get hold of it and push it forward and put the investment in? From their current commercial proposition, it doesn't seem like it. It seems they just want to take charge but let others take the risk. And that's not going to drive it forward if people have got to look to make it commercially viable rather than a passion project. And what for Red On Sports? Well, they've still got the Gralock, the UK's premier gravel race, which I took part in last year, and I've already signed up for the 26th edition. If you're even in two minds, check out my video from that, link in the description. Fantastic day out. The best organised event I have ever been to, hands down, no matter what category, what discipline, even triathlon events I've been to previously. This thing was a world-class, professionally organised event. And so much fun, and what a great community. I met so many other riders and had a great weekend. They're also looking to announce another big event for next year. So here's hoping they can bring us something else to fill what we might just be missing out with from the Gravel Nationals once BC has its hands on it. So for us racers, we've lost stability, we've lost the format of the championships we currently love. We don't even know what BC's idea of gravel looks like. If it looks like what we've currently seen from the World Championships, we're all going to be needing slick gravel tyres because we're going to be racing on 80% road. Now, I really truly hope this isn't the case, and I really hope British cycling embraces the gravel racing community, listens to feedback and puts on what the riders really want. They really need to build upon the foundations and the success that Red On Sports put in place over the last 5 years. At the end of the day, it feels like this loss was preventable. The UK already had a successful Gravel Nationals. All BC had to do was work closer with Red On Sports, not against them. It just looks like such a shame. I really hope it can turn out into a positive situation. At least we're going to get another gravel event from Red On Sports. I look forward to that, and when that's announced. I'd like to see your feedbacks in the comments. Leave me a comment. What do you think? Has BC made the right choice? Perhaps I'm looking at it the wrong way. Do you see that BC is going to push forward and take UK gravel to the next level? Or have we just lost one of the best UK events from one of the best UK gravel organisers? If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a like, hit that subscribe button, check out my other race videos,